welcome back, Smeg heads, and welcome to Smug Mode, a Red Dwarf podcast where we discuss the British cult sci-fi comedy classic Red Dwarf. I am Ben Gilman. As always, I'm joined by Tom Hill.
Hey.
Dan Rudge.
Hey.
And I thought for a second that you weren't there. And Troy Salmon.
What's up?
And today we're here to discuss Season 7, Episode 3,
Ouroboros.
Smug Mode Engage. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
I had to do that because I spent 5 minutes trying to say that. Anyway, thank you.
Hang
Tom.
on, we are?
Hmm?
Oh no.
Yes,
I
we
hate
are.
doing this.
Yeah.
I
Unfortunately,
hate doing this.
let's you're gonna hate doing this until season 9, bro. Lisa tried to stop me.
Season 9? Season 9's terrible. Season 10, motherfucker.
Can we not just discuss why men have nostril hair instead?
We can, and
We
I
can.
can give you I'll give you a story about it when we get to it. Lister Captain Crichton stumbled upon a doorway that leads to another dimension where Lister learns he died in a nuclear disaster on board Red Dwarf and has been brought back as a hologram. And Lister's former girlfriend, Consul Officer, not Scottish, Christian Kachansky, was in stasis and survived, and Lister discovers the truth about himself. So Smug Mode is now engaged. Yeah, she's here. Chloe and it's.
Let's deal with the scenes before.
Yeah. Let's not go. Let's go there.
Let's go to the box under the pool table that does look like a pub in Liverpool any day, any year, let alone the future. That Liverpool's a rough area. I'm joking.
Your extensive knowledge of Liverpool is telling you this, is it, Ben?
Yeah, I love Liverpool. Actually, it's a good place.
Liverpool's fun.
It's a
It's
great
good
place.
Yeah, bigs up to Liverpool. I'm just joking. So we start the episode with, if you may remember, like the baby under the pool table we've heard previously, and then we cut. Yeah, someone can take this over. I've stumbled.
Yeah, well, basically, it's under a pool table. They find a baby in a box with the word Ouroboros written on it, which the Scousers mistake as Ouroboros. They couldn't even decide on a name for the baby, which leads to the question: why the hell is he named Dave? But anyway, let's leave that to one side.
You're right, Dave.
Where they come
You're
from?
right, Dave. You're right, Dave.
No, it makes sense because they're right, Dave. Talk about that.
You're right, Dave.
Makes
You're
sense.
right, Dave. So
Yeah, but if they believe that the parent wanted him to be called Rob or Ross, why the hell's he called Dave?
It's just a natural name for them in Liverpool. Scouts name, isn't it? Dave.
obviously, this
It
is
is, yes.
this is about Lister's parentage.
Mm.
It's mental by the time we get to the end of it. So we find out. We cut to Lister in the quarters. Now, obviously, in the past, we've seen this man with his personal hygiene questionable. So he's attacking his nostril hair. Damn sure, as you already know, Dan wants to talk about this.
Yes.
I have nostril hair problems too. So I know how annoying it is because I cut my nostril hair. It's back there the next day.
The thing is, I don't even suit a flat cap.
Manscape.
I've actually bought a nose hair trimmer
Yeah, I've got
because of this scene this week because I've got the same one off Amazon today before we recorded because I'm sick and tired of my fucking nostril hair. Sorry, my language.
Hey, if he inspired you to buy one,
I'm
then it's all
assuming
good.
it's a defense
You should see my
mechanism. I'm
pubes.
just waiting around to see what for.
Oh my gosh! The problems with the little the what's it what do you call them? The ladles, what do you call them when they use to pluck out his nose?
The pliers.
The pliers? Were they pliers? Or were they like those ladles? Those things?
No, they were like salad tongs.
Salad. There we go. Yeah, salad tongs. Salad tongs at the starting. And I was like, oh my days! Like him pulling out those nose hairs are flashbacks, man. Bad memories.
Can I also say that he manages to get the closest he's ever looked to being Arthur Dent in this episode?
It's true.
Hitchhikers. Also, he's got shaving foam in his ear. I've had that happen to me a lot when I used to shave with a shaving foam. Now I have electrical razor. But yeah, I always used to somehow put shaving foam in my ear somehow.
Oh, yeah.
They rubbed it
Easily
on.
done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, easy.
you kind of have to sacrifice them,
Yeah.
especially if you want to get the ear hairs. Why do guys get ear hairs, by the way?
Question.
It's annoying. That is annoying. That's probably the only way of my ears. I don't really have any ear hair, to be honest. So I'm good with that. Oh, I'm lucky. I'm lucky on that side. But everywhere else, I got hair. Yeah.
So, Lister is definitely rocking a Hitchhiker's Arthur Dent look with the pink dressing gown, yes. Looking very stylish. And this is how they find a tunnel. I don't know the scientific word for it. Where they find alternative universe.
There's a tear in the time continuum, which has caused a gateway between two parallel universes.
Thank you, Crichton.
Space disturbance.
Frightened now.
Fright.
Yeah.
Ben, you are a Smeg.
I love the way you still can't say it. You still can't say it.
No, and I will always be proud of that. So we find out that in her dimension, she was the one that got done with the cap, so she went to stasis instead of Lister, and they got a gold Crichton.
Yeah,
really blinged up.
No, he's just shiny edition, wasn't it?
No, he's gold.
He's a gold edition. That's what he is.
Yeah, I just you only get them in special packs.
You just get the impression that everything about the world where she was is better because she was a more qualified person. So she actually knew what the hell she was doing when she came out of stasis.
Actually, while we were discussing this, there was a picture in the WhatsApp group that Troy put in, and I said it was from season 8. It's not. It's from this episode because
there we go.
Uniform.
I told you, Ben.
I forgot that Chris Barry's rumor does cross over Kachansky in the flashback in their universe. So I will shut my goddamn mouth. Apologies there. What's your first opinion? Thoughts on her? This episode, Chloe Emmett.
I let the more people don't really like her because she was okay to me. She was all right. She wasn't the best, but yeah.
Honestly,
I think I'll speak first. Going on that.
Honestly, the first thought I had whenever I first saw her was, so they're ripping off every female capable secret agent character ever.
Yeah, especially the latex. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, La Femme Nikita.
It was
very 90s.
Sort of. This is our take on Elektra.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who's worse, Jennifer Gardner or her? According to Robert Llewellyn, during the scene in which the Dwarf was met Kachansky, he could not stop staring at her behind. So he decided to get on his knees, hold on, that sounds really dirty, and stare closely at her behind until he was bored and could concentrate on his legs. Wow.
I've heard some flimsy excuses in my life, but Jesus.
I got this from his book, his autobiography.
Wow.
Jesus, missus, your arse is distracting. I need it to be boring. Hang on a minute.
I was gonna say that
is the flimsiest. Like, that's creep.
That's creep level.
That's creep level.
I still kind of respect him. I still kind of respect her because she obviously got on with it. Realised it was a lads area. Got on with it.
Oh god! I didn't get his obsession. It wasn't that great. But ain't that great. It's not.
In those leather pants, they ain't bad.
They ain't bad, but borderline.
Anyway, this is not a misogynistic.
Oh yeah. That's completely.
But I'm looking at 90s women. Is she a
Honestly, we are forgetting the fact that still the cat does hold the title of.
That leopard print. Oh,
he is looking like a barmaid from EastEnders this week. He's rocking it.
That alternate version of himself was amazing.
Looks like he could go on the drag race. So
I look from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh yeah, JoJo. Oh yeah.
I would just like to point out though, the cat won't commit. That was quite funny.
The wibbly wobbly or the swirly thing, and he wouldn't like to commit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a funny line from Lister. I do love how before they come into the tunnel, Crichton's brought the old scanner with him again. That is a consistent thing. That is some good eye for continuity there.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly having the same equipment. Well done.
That scanner seems to be able to tell them just about everything about anything.
It
Even
is
though it's a budget
the
model.
sonic screwdriver of,
Yes.
of the show. It will
Yes.
do everything.
I completely misheard what you said at the beginning there, Ben, and I thought you said continuity, and it just sent me off on one.
I can't say the word properly because I've got a speech problem, so I do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring all that much attention to that, but like,
No, it's fine.
I thought Dan was going with the Kachanski
Fine, don't worry,
thing.
mate.
Yeah.
Continuity. There we go. See, I got it.
You got it. You got it.
Yay! All right.
We all
So-
knew what you meant, apart from
Yeah, we knew
Dan,
what you
who went off into some weird, freaky universe.
I think
it's
we're talking
fine.
about
I like
Kachanski,
the
that's why.
joke. It's fine. Don't worry, Dan. It's cool.
let's talk about ours.
So it's obviously one last hurrah for Chris Barry. It's another hurrah for Chris Barry, who just seems to be haunting this show now. He will not leave. It's brilliant. And I just feel like he just gets dismissed very quickly by Lister. And it's the old Hawaiian shirt Lister that I've missed.
Yeah,
Obviously.
but I that is continuity terms I really like because that's from season 1,
Yeah.
and that
Well,
I do like the fact that they've brought that back.
It's not our Lister, obviously. It's the other universe's, Kachansky's universe, but it's still nice to see. Not much has changed.
Yeah, true that.
And Rimmers had less sex than lettuce, according to Lister. That's a good line.
I love where the Lister gives him the card and goes, yeah, ring this number, tell him it's an emergency. That was awesome.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I forgot, because obviously she tries to hide the cat, Titan. Is that the name of the cat? That was the cat in season 1. Titan. And she goes to, and I'm very glad she had a change of heart because it's good for the character. I thought she was going to microwave the cat.
Yeah, the incinerator. Yeah.
Yeah, she takes the cat out. I've even written prematurely on my notes, please do not microwave your cat. I hate this bitch forever. And then she takes it out.
Oh.
Thank God.
Well, I kind of.
The other Lister, because you know when she drops originally, he holds onto the box. Is he more concerned with the box or his girlfriend?
His girlfriend, I think.
Or is he trying to hold on to the box so that it stabilizes and that they can pick her up? Because he seems to be trying to.
With that box.
Well, we don't know what's in the box.
Yeah, we never know. We don't know.
What's in the box?
Yeah, we are not doing a 7.
It's in the box.
What's in the box?
The severed head of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth
obviously.
Paltrow's head. Let's move
I
on.
think she gives good head to Chris Martin. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you very much. I'm here all day.
My God.
I will say though, Lister's teeth are super strong because this is the great bit about the floss.
That floss
That
is
is
savage.
strong teeth. He's already lost a cap already.
That wood glue is strong, man. What Crichton gave him, I mean, what he found, that wood glue was crazy.
Damn, that is
That's one of those points where I go,
really.
oi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stretches credulity a little bit.
I know it's sci-fi.
A little bit.
Fuck.
Well, I was trying to be
It's
nice.
literally as thin as fecking floss.
Oh, wait, did you guys talk about the Dwarf?
credulity a lot?
Those things are pretty fucking hard. Like I can't break them. Dental floss is one of the things.
Yeah,
I
but then
can
again, have you tried hanging them out of a window with a human on the other end?
No.
Just saying.
Never mind the floss, my teeth would be done.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, they talk about the Gelfs. The Gelfs are still after him.
Oh my
It's
god, it's the
Lester's
missus.
ex-wife.
It's time to pay alimony.
He's after him.
Ainsley Harriet's coming for your ass, Craig Charles. She is very good at planning, though. She steps into the role of Starbug because obviously the Gelf disrupt the tunnel with blast, so they are the cause of it. They're chasing Lister down. And she just immediately goes into the cockpit, Rimmer's side, and starts pretty handily doing some great tactical work.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny about she's beginning to realise what she's walked into because they don't know what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Any good lines from this bit?
There was the whole thing about cords. Well, you're not talking about trousers, are you? But thing is, right, the character of Christine Kochanski is a good character. So had they used Claire Grogan for this, I don't think anyone would have had any objections. To be honest, had they used any actually Scottish actress for this, I think there'd have been less objection.
I mean,
maybe I'm wrong on that, but it's just the fact that, and they haven't changed that about the character, because there's an episode later on where she's talking to Crichton about where she grew up, and she says she grew up in Glasgow. But she's making zero attempt to be Scottish at all.
The other lister sounds posh. The other cat sounds American. She's got. I mean, I don't know how she thinks she's meeting the other lister because she's got a thing for spunk in it. I don't know what's going on there. She seems really made with a bottle for his spunk.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd that she's carrying that around, but you know.
No, I think that
they knew that there was another
why they create that tunnel. I think that crew created that tunnel for that sole purpose.
Yeah, but then she seems quite surprised when she suddenly says, "Oh, there is something you can do for us." It seems like it's an off the cuff moment, but
she just goes around the universe.
I'm with you, and I thought they'd created it. But
with her spunky children, she just keeps getting pregnant with other men.
Yeah,
spunky.
No, let's not get into the complications of Dave Lister being his own father and how that fucks with several other episodes of Red Dwarf.
Can't wait for drunk Lister to have a go at himself because he's his own dad. That's going to be fucking hilarious. Crichton, when we think we're losing Kochanski, Crichton has the cheap champagne out. That's caviar. That's caviar, mate. That's some cheap shit. That is a supermarket.
It's the best they've got.
Exactly.
The whole time he was just like trying to get rid of Kochanski was funny. I kept it going. The walk and everything.
Yeah, there is a problem though. There is a plot hole, as you said, about the lineage of his father. In Better Than Life, back in season 2, Lister recalls his father's funeral.
Yeah.
Lister
now
was
I
adopted,
can.
So how would he know? He must have been talking about his adopted pet dad. He must have been.
Right, Ben, I can kind of cover that one.
Okay.
Because remember back when we were talking about season 1 of Red Dwarf, he said about his dad and him talking to his dad down the toilet and then saying that he didn't have a dad. The way they got round that was in the books. I think it's Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers. It explains that he never knew his dad, but he was talking about his stepdad when he referred to his dad as the one who they thought he'd flushed his dad down the toilet and the funeral. So it's his stepdad he's referring to.
Yes.
In those things. Okay. So they do kind of cover themselves. But they never explain it in the TV show. But within the book, there is an explainable workaround.
Okay. I do want to mention, though, there is a slight problem. Crichton becomes a whiny bitch for the next 2 seasons. I forgot about... Because Crichton's insanely jealous. At first, it's funny. But I do remember they dragged this out to season 8 where he just constantly gets reduced to a whiny little bitch for the next 2 seasons.
Less so in season 8.
There's a memorable bit where he gets classified as a woman. We'll get to that.
That's
that is funny. That scene with the tampon. We'll get to it. It's brilliant. But
Pretty TV. We will get to that when we get to that.
What else have I got here? She only dresses in red. It's a bit. But then again, Rimmer only dressed in the same colour.
Yeah, Rimmer was always in the same colour. Yeah,
so you can't really go for that. But
you can't criticize.
Rimmer was a hologram.
Yes.
Yeah, but he did change colours 2 or 3 times in terms of clothing.
Yeah, but like,
but also you've got to remember that she's come onto a ship where there has been no woman, so her clothes are what she had when she was there. Basically, is the way I always kind of looked at it.
I found it interesting because before she's meant to be leaving, when she believes she's leaving, he's given her the spunk in the jar. She goes to kiss him before Crichton comes across and pretends he has to clean the railing.
Yeah.
I wonder what you guys think about that, because I know technically it's the same person, but from a different alternative universe. What do you think of that? Because at that time she thinks she's going back to the other Lister. So
yeah, so it won't actually matter.
Yeah, because you'll see him again.
I don't care if it's the same guy from another universe, right? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, because you ain't gonna see him really, so whatever. Innit?
I think that's the way she looks at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the problem is the Kachansky character is massively divisive in season 7. I don't hate her as much as I used to, but it caused me a real problem at the time. And it made me really have an issue with season 7 for a long, long time. And it's only in the last couple of years I've gone back and rewatched it and gone, actually, you know what? There were a lot more good jokes in there than I'd remembered.
Yeah.
Because I remember it, I don't remember it favourably because of her.
I think I was
and that's really unfair on Chloe Annette, and I do feel sorry that that's happened. It was not her fault that she was cast for it. She obviously interviewed Beth, but it annoys me that the producers of the show decided that Claire Grogan, who is a solid actress, was too old for the role, despite the fact she was only, I think, about 1.5 years, 2 years older than Craig Charles.
Wow.
Which is a really bad statement for the industry.
Yes.
If her being 2 years older and you've got no issue with Craig Charles. Yeah. So I'm not trying to make it about that, but I don't like the fact that they made that decision.
Yeah.
But, you know, who am I?
Oh, no, I completely agree, Tom. I don't think there's anything else to say about it. It's just, it was a selfish, ageist, sexist decision by the corporation.
Yeah.
And the show suffered for it because there was someone very much established with that role who the fans absolutely adored. And sorry, didn't step into her shoes.
I mean, the thing is, if Claire Grogan had been asked and had said no, fair play.
Yeah.
But it was an active... and that's what I assumed had happened. For a long time I went, well, they must have asked her and she said no. And then I went and looked at it and it was like, no, it was an actual positive decision that she was too old to play the role, which is bullshit. And yeah, sorry, I'm not, like I say, I'm not trying to make it about that. It's just, it frustrates me. And I do feel sorry for Chloe Annette because she's on the end of my anger about that decision. And it's not actually her fault. I don't think any actor in the world would turn down a good gig. And to be part of Red Dwarf was a good gig.
Exactly, part of a legacy show, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I hate her playing the role, but I don't hate her.
She's a good actress. She does try her best.
Yeah, but even if she just tried to do a Scottish accent, I'd probably give her more leeway.
Yeah.
It's just little things like that really piss me off.
Yeah. It's a difficult one. But it's the worst episode of season 7 so far, though. It's not
so far,
the
yes.
funniest one. The harpoon through the leg was a bit...
Also, it suffers from the fact it doesn't have a laughter track.
Is this actually meant to happen, or is this just, once again, Netflix doing a weird thing?
Well, no, because when the BBC released it originally, none of the episodes had a laughter track.
Yeah.
Right.
And then a laughter track was added for some of the episodes. But what they did was, the reason I prefer the way that the Red Dwarf producers do it is they don't just have canned laughter.
Yeah.
What they do is they film the episode, and then they put it all together, and then they do a special screening in like a cinema or a studio, and you've got the genuine reaction of the audience who are watching it.
Oh, nice.
So it's like having a live audience at the time, is the idea. That's why it sounds more natural than canned laughter.
Yeah.
Because it is actually the genuine reaction of an audience watching the episode.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's only on some of the on Netflix is only on some. On DVD, there's no laughter track at all on any episode. So it confuses me that they've decided to put a laughter track on some episodes and not on others.
It's weird.
Because this episode, there are points when you go, actually, that's a good joke. I should be hearing laughter to make me remember that that's a good joke. If that makes sense. There are some shows that need that audience laughter, which is why when you got to season 10 of Red Dwarf and Dave picked it up and they decided to make it, they decided to go back to being a studio show. Because a show like Red Dwarf needs that audience thing to make the people watching it kind of feel it a bit, I think.
I've got one more thing before we leave. The joke of the barmaid thinking the word Ouroboros, whatever.
Ouroboros, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. On babies, it sounds Welsh to me. On babies,
Ouroboros.
This is boxes are Ouroboros. Is that the barmaid thinks Lys's parents could decide if Lys's name is Robert Ross. Incidentally, Crichton's been played by David Ross and Robert Willem. So that's kind of a funny coincidence that I thought I'd point out.
Yeah, true.
Good point.
Interesting. Yeah, hadn't never thought of that.
Yeah, well, there we go. Done a bit of research into it. Yeah. So
I think that probably is coincidence though, because the word Ouroboros has been around for centuries.
Yeah. And Robin Ross is a very popular surname, first name. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. Has anyone else got anything to say? Any good quotes?
I did quite like the scene when she wakes up the first time in our Red Dwarf and starts getting off with Lister and Crichton trying to interrupt to tell him that she's made a mistake.
At first, Lister tries to stop it, and then he just goes with it. It's quite funny, yeah.
Permission to speak, permission denied.
My favorite one, because literally I didn't say it earlier. I should have. I written it down here. Is when Crichton was Lister was talking about the nose hairs. When Crichton goes, oh yeah, obviously I'm excluding the women who work in Oxfam. I was like, wow.
I will say, by the way, Mr. Dave Lister, period pain has got to be a lot worse for women than it is for nostril hair for men. He tries to equal it. I'm like, such a lad thing to say.
It's not equal.
No way. I'm guaranteeing you it's got to be 10 times worse from the description I've had.
We will never know. This is the...
Yeah, we will never know.
No way nostril hair is anywhere near as painful. I'm not having that.
I don't know, man. It's pretty bad.
I don't know, bro. I brought a nose to do with mine. Right. So, we'll be back next week. So, it's goodbye from me. Is Dan around? Hold on.
What?
It's add.
Sorry?
Have you got anything that you would like to add before we finish?
Yeah, I think you should write a letter to Playboy, but it'd get printed.
Lovely. Okay. So that's it for me. Goodbye. No, that's goodbye for me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
It appears to be an obscene phone call, sir. I believe it's for you.
Yeah, we're done. Now, Smeg off. Get the Smeg out of here. Yeah, la 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 la.